Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
A nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Give to Pacheco off the option.
There's some space here.
Inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the option. 64 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Jackson going to change things up a bit. They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Go! Ramco 80. Ramco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw.
That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. You look at this Bears defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
2nd and 14.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a good catch there by a guy who, let's face it, should not have been on the free agent wire.
I'm like you. I can't believe he was available. I bet there's a long line of teams who wanted to get him.
Mustang, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Ranger 60, Cowboy 8, Viking 18. Lions, point, Cougar 19. 60 ball check, 60 ball check.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Come on, come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Some strong running. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
77, Franco 80, Dragon 60.
They'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And finally, down he goes as they work it. Inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now back to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And now an audible here into something else.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
From the gun on third down, Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
13.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bears at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This is caught inside the 15.
Bro. Come on.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before
Let's
going
do sorry shit, bro.
34 yards that time.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
Stop this man. We were fucking stop, bro.
These two teams all tied after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Real quick, ready? 180. No. That's all. 180.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Middle. Sit up.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Gain of 5 yards. Brings up 3rd and goal.
No, we changed it. That's up.
point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a
Touchdown, Detroit! Brock Bowers, 65 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off. 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 Turn this TV off.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Oh, boy, bro. What the fuck?
Getting down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind out.
I wasn't confused, bro.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now they'll change things up. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This now a 3rd and 4.
48-yard line.
You are X. You are X. Hey, Alpha.
This time Jackson will throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
You are X. You are X. Yo. Go. Ready. Shot.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now a second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Lamar changing the play.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle. We changed it.
Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Ibuka. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Yo.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's a second and 8.
No, we changed it.
Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up third and 4.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here is third down and 4.
Middle. 180. Go. Hey. 180. Ready, shot. 180. Ready, shot. No. Hey, Ozzy. Sit out. Sit out.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away.
2 for 7 there.
And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
On 26-yard attempt.
Shit, you been racing the clock the whole game. Now I'm going to speed you up when I score next.
It is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
60 Eagles. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
That's
And he's
speed you the fuck up. Told you that.
on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Right here. 18 Cardinal. 18 Buffalo. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago?
That's all you want to do, fellas. Just run the ball.
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Jackson. Got an open man. It's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the ball moves into line territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Now it's Jackson.
Right back to Njoku.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, that last run for a 1st down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson running again.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. Touchdown Bears! Jordan Addison from 3 yards out. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after here coming up. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
18, right in. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they're not able
I
to
see
hook
him
up there.
again.
Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looks like they'll move things around here.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Inaudible here to get a new look.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Sit hard! 180! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! No, we changed it. Sit hard!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
26-yard line.
Quickly to Addison here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's good.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Sit hard! Sit hard! Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now a run here, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
At the 15-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
13. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
No, we change it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown.
Sorry,
Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. For this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past getting run because they'll run out of real estate. You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right
wow,
back.
see in my game. What the fuck? I gotta start doing this shit, bro. Oh. Wide receiver.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Second and 10.
3, 2.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Nice little juke. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. It is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Lions.
Now they'll shift things around.
Cut 19. 65. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Well, there you go. Say your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second and 11. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 36 6 yards. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
No, we 10
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Middle.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Here's 1st down. And strong run there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Report! Go ahead.
And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
180. Sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
180. Sit hard. 180.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Hey, hey. Sit hard.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
180. 180. What is that?
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
19 Lions. 18, 5 years.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, report. Hey, you, 13.
To throw is Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Go ahead. Report. 180.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Got what, nigga? What you talking about, nigga?
Not convert.
Got what, nigga? What the fuck you talking about, nigga? Switch that, nigga.
On fourth down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football.
Switch that, nigga.
Terrific field position. From the 32 now. Here's
You ain't got shit.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
It's
He's in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's a win here for the Lions, and it was thanks in large part to their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback play, wasn't it? 5 touchdown passes. You talk about the rapport he had with his receivers. It was like a conductor leading the symphony.
So for Detroit, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,
Nigga say I didn't switch stick. Okay. Okay. Nigga say I didn't switch stick. Okay. What the fuck that look like?